Good morning, students.
Morning, sir.
Okay, so today we're going to be looking at a very simple presentation on the cardiovascular fitness, cardiovascular respiratory fitness. So, first of all, how could we define cardiovascular respiratory fitness? Is very simple. Anytime you hear the word cardio, you think of the heart. Respiratory, you think of the lungs. So definitely you're going to know cardiovascular respiratory fitness is going to be involved with the heart and the lungs. So basically, how these two interact with each other. So what happens when we inhale and our lungs process, or I should say filter the oxygen through the other gases, through the alveoli. These are then expelled, and the oxygen goes directly through the alveoli to the blood vessels, and it enters the bloodstream. So when it enters the bloodstream, then the circulatory system will transport the oxygen, which comes from the respiratory system, to all parts of the body. Understood, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. So they interact with each other. They are both involuntary, and the heart cannot work without the lungs, and vice versa. Okay, so let's understand the components of cardiovascular fitness. So, as was just previously explained, they work intertwined. They're interdependent on each other. So, the blood, the heart, the lungs, these are all key components. So, when we actually want to improve our cardiovascular and respiratory efficiency, effectiveness, or in its so being fitness, there are certain activities that we must go through. Now, these activities are also called cardio for short. Cardio comes from the word heart. Anything you hear cardio, you already supposed to intertwine it with the heart. So when persons refer to I'm going to do cardio, they would refer to it as either skipping or swimming or jogging, any activity that you could do for a prolonged period of time. Now, what happens when your heart goes under continuous pumping at a higher than normal resting rate? Is going to become stronger. Okay, class?
Yes, sir.
Good. And as it becomes stronger, over a period of time, it becomes more efficient at pumping blood. So your heart becomes stronger. So with fewer beats, it would actually pump more blood. Hence, it will become more effective and more efficient. Same with your lungs. Now, if someone does a particular activity, let's say they skip for 5 minutes and they're unfit, the 5 minutes is going to feel extremely hard because their lungs and their heart is not strong enough, it's not effective enough, it's not efficient enough to actually supply the demands of the body how the body would actually require. Okay, class?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so let's continue. As it says here, this type of fitness is the ability of the heart, lungs, and blood vessels to supply oxygen-rich blood to the muscles during a sustained physical activity. So this is very straightforward. Any question, class?
No, sir.
Okay. So as I was explaining earlier, the key components: heart health. Once one's heart is healthy, their heart will beat with fewer beats to perform the same activity. So when one is fitter, their resting heart rate is even lower. Lung capacity. When one's lung capacity would have improved, that means the same activity that they would have been involved in, they would not be breathing as deep, or they would not be breathing as heavy, because their lungs is now accustomed to the fatigue or demands being placed on it. Circulation, your circulation is better. Why? Because your heart is pumping more effectively and more efficiently, as well as your blood, the oxygen is being filtered more efficiently by the lungs. Okay, class?
Yes, sir.
Good. And with these continuous activities, your muscles are being placed under strain, so your muscles become stronger as well. So your heart becomes more efficient and effective. Your lungs become more, the capacity of your lungs increase, hence it also becomes more efficient and effective. Your circulation increases, your muscular toning, your muscular strength progressively increases, and endurance. Endurance is stamina, the ability to perform a task for a very long period of time or for a prolonged period of time. So all of these would improve once your cardiovascular, respiratory fitness improve. Okay, class?
Yes, sir.
So some health benefits would be the strengthening, as I just explained, the strengthening of your heart, improve circulation, improve lung capacity, increase energy levels, better mental health. All of these would come as a result of improved cardiovascular respiratory system or fitness, I should say. Okay, different types of exercises. Aerobic exercises, as I was explaining earlier, like running, swimming, cycling, they all improve cardiovascular endurance. Strength training. Now, before we go on to strength training, just let me give you a quick, very short differentiation of aerobic and anaerobic respiration. Anaerobic respiration is whereby you perform a task at a very high intensity and your body demands more oxygen than your respiratory and your circulatory system could actually supply it. So what happens as an end result? Lactic acid is produced. Hence you feel tired faster at a higher intensity. But with aerobic respiration, your body could actually supply the amount that the muscles demand. So you could perform these activities for a very long period of time. So strength training. Strength training includes weightlifting, resistance training. It builds muscle mass and muscle strength. So you could progressively overload by either reducing the amount of time between reps, increasing weight, or a combination. Flexibility. Now this is another benefit of regular exercise. When you become more in tune with exercising, your muscles become more loose. The range of movement between your joints become even more. So your level of flexibility increases with exercise. And balance. Definitely your balance is going to improve when you do certain exercises like Tai Chi and you do perform certain moves like you stand on your ankle, stand on the balancing ball and so on. With improved levels of fitness, all of these can actually form one better human being in general. So, without further ado, I'm going to ask finally before I adjourn the class. Class, do you have any questions?
Mm, no, sir.
Okay, then. So, with that being said, I trust that everything I would have said was clearly grasped and understood. And I would like to say thank you, and this class is adjourned.
Bye, sir.